A very beautiful morning to you all, my dear students. How are you all? I hope that you all are doing great, studying well at your homes and completing your assignments. Here I want to say you something, student, that it's very important to complete your assignments and taking full interest in your class. All this which we are studying in our classes, uh, it will come in your upcoming exams. So it's better to be prepared. If you have any type of doubt related to this subject, you can ask me here. I'll resolve all your issues. But study very well to score good marks in your exams. I hope you all understood what I'm trying to say because you all are very smart kids, aren't you? Now let's move to our studies. So in our last class, we were in kinds of noun. So today we will in chapter 10, nouns, gender. Here, masculine and feminine gender. Read the following nouns: boy, girl, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, man, woman. The noun in the left column stand for male living beings. The noun in the right column stand for female living beings. Here is the definition is given, which you have to write in your notebook. Write these definitions in your notebook. First, masculine gender. The definition is the noun that stands for a male living being is said to be of the masculine gender. A noun that stands for female living being is said to be of the feminine gender. Neuter gender. Read these nouns: pen, pencil, bat, ball. All these nouns are non-living things. So, they are neither male nor female. Such nouns are of neuter gender. The noun that stands for non-living things is said to be of the neuter gender. This you have to write in your notebook. The noun that stands for non-living things is said to be of the neuter gender, which means that any non-living things like pencil, bat, ball, any other bottle, bag, book, notebook, these all are non-living things. That's why they belongs to neuter gender. The noun that stands for male living beings belongs to masculine gender and female living beings belong to feminine gender. Here, common gender. Look at these two sentences. Mr. Verma is a doctor. Mrs. Verma is also a doctor. One word doctor can stand either for Mr. Verma or for Mrs. Verma. So, we can use it either for a male or for a female. This means the doctor is of the common gender. Let's move to the next page. Here you can see the doctor is a common gender which we are using in both gender, in male and female. Both we are using this word. So these type of words are called common gender. Let's move to the next page. A noun that can stand for either a male or for a female is said to be of the common gender. This is the definition of common gender which you have to write in your notebook. Examples: student, player, classmate, child, teacher, friend, principal, cousin. In these words, we cannot identify that it is of these words are of any male gender or any female gender. That's why these are common gender. Let us read the masculine and feminine form of some nouns. Masculine, feminine. Here, tiger, tigress, buck, doe, bull, cow, cock, hen, fox, vixen, peacock, peahen, horse, mare, loin, lioness, husband, wife, son, daughter, boy, girl, man, woman, nephew, niece, prince, princess, sir, madam, uncle, aunt. Now, underline the noun in the following sentence and write whether they are masculine, feminine, common, or neuter gender. Here we have to underline the noun and we have to write that of which gender they are, masculine, feminine, common, or neuter. So let's do this exercise. A. Number 1 is Veena respects her teachers. Here Veena is noun. We all know that respects her teacher. So tell me that which gender this word belong to. Veena respects her teacher. Teacher is also a noun. So Veena and teacher, we are underlining Veena and teacher. Now we have to find out that of which gender they belong to. Here we can write here Veena. Veena is feminine gender. So we will write feminine, comma, teacher. Teacher is belong to common gender. Or even we can write like this. We can write the first letter of each gender. M for masculine, F for feminine, C for common, and N for neuter. So here I have written Veena is feminine gender. That's why F to indicate. And teacher, teachers, common gender. That's why I have written C to indicate common gender. Now let's do this whole exercise now. Here I hope you can see that clearly. Veena respects her teacher. Veena, female gender. Teacher's common gender. She is doctor in this hospital. Doctor is common gender. Hospital is neuter gender. The gate of this house is very strong. Gate is neuter gender. House is also neuter gender. The book belongs to Veena. Book is neuter gender. Veena is feminine gender. May I come in, sir? Sir is masculine gender. The horse is sleeping in the stable. Horse is masculine gender and stable is neuter gender. J has invited his friends. J is masculine gender and friends are common gender. The prince and princess lived happily ever after. Prince, masculine gender. Princess, feminine gender. We have completed this exercise. Let's move to the next exercise now in next page. Here. Exercise B, fill in the blanks. You have to fill the masculine gender and here you have to fill feminine gender, which you have to do by yourself. It's your assignment. Number C, rewrite the following sentences changing the nouns in bold from feminine to masculine. Here you have to change the bold words. You have to change these bold words into feminine to masculine gender. I hope you can do that. Let me tell you, the new actress is my sister. So here you have to tell that what is the feminine, what is the masculine of actress and what is the masculine of sister. The new actor is my brother. You can write like this. I hope you can do this exercise by yourself. This is also your assignment for today. Now let's move to the next page, next chapter. So here we are in chapter 11, nouns, possession. Read these sentences. The cycle belongs to Reena. Here you can see belongs to Reena. Second is the bat belongs to Ravi. We can write these as that is Reena's cycle. This is Ravi's bat. That is Reena's cycle and that is Reena's cycle and this is Ravi's bat. We can write this sentence like this also. we can use apostrophe s to show beginning, belonging, or possession. We use apostrophe. This is apostrophe comma s, which we read in our last classes in class 3rd, if you remember. We use apostrophe comma s to show belonging or possession. Here we also use it to show that something or someone is related to another. We also use it to show that something or someone is related to another. Example, I know Rohan. He is the brother of Ronit. I know Rohan. He is the brother of Ronit. I know Rohan. He is Ronit's brother. We can write this sentence like this also. When a plural noun ends by s, when a plural noun ends in apostrophe s, we do not use apostrophe s. Wait. It's not apostrophe. It's just s. When a plural noun ends in s, we do not use apostrophe s. Whenever any plural noun ends with s, we do not use apostrophe s. We just use the apostrophe. Here you can see apostrophe comma. We just use apostrophe. We do not use apostrophe s. Here you can see in the examples given here. She studies in a school for the girl. She studies in a school for the girls. Girls, s is also included in this word. That's why when we change this sentence, she studies in girls apostrophe school. This is plural form. That's why we are using apostrophe after girls. Only apostrophe, not apostrophe s. Girls school. When a plural noun does not end in s, when in any condition, in any situation, if plural noun is not ending with s, then we add apostrophe s. The toys of the children are lying here. So here you can see children is plural noun. We all know that, but there this word is not ending with s. That's why we will use apostrophe s with this word. The children's toys are lying here. When a singular noun ends in s, we add apostrophe to show possession. When any singular noun ends with s, we use just apostrophe to show possession. Like the house of Mr. Biswas. Biswas, s is Mr. Biswas is singular noun, but it is ending with, this name is ending with s. The house of Mr. Biswas is beside the park. So how will we write this sentence? Mr. Biswas house is beside the park. We do not use apostrophe s. We just use apostrophe only. I hope you understood. Here something to remember is given. To show possession or belonging, we add apostrophe s to singular and plural nouns not ending in s. We add apostrophe to singular and plural noun ending in s. You have to keep this in your mind, that whenever any singular or plural noun not ending in s, then we use apostrophe s. But when any singular or plural noun ending with s, we use apostrophe s. We write apostrophe s. Now let's move to the exercise. Here you can see exercise is given. We can name this exercise A here. Rewrite the words printed in bold using apostrophe s or only apostrophe. I cannot find the diary belonging to my father. Here answer is I cannot find my father's diary. Here the noun is singular and it is not ending with s. That's why we are using apostrophe s. Now, the ring belonging to Radha is lost. Radha is singular noun. And how will we write this sentence? We will write using apostrophe s. So let's write this sentence. So I've written the answers. The ring belonging to Radha is lost. Radha's ring is lost. The office of the headmistress is being painted. The headmistress office is being painted. We are not using apostrophe s. We are just using apostrophe only. The car belonging to the principal is parked outside the gate. The principal's car is parked outside the gate. I will buy a CD of the songs sung by Sunidhi. I will buy a CD of Sunidhi's songs. I am happy with the marks obtained by Jyoti in maths. I am happy with Jyoti's marks in maths. I hope you all have completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exercise. Question number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 you have to do by yourself. It's your assignment. Now let's move to the next page now. So here we are in our next page. Review 1. Exercise first is rewrite the following groups of words as sentences. You have to rewrite these words to make a perfect sentence. I hope you can do this by yourself. So this is your assignment for today. First question is am going I to the library. How will we write this sentence? Question is given here. Am going I to the library. You can write the sentence as I'm going to the library. Say our teacher Mrs. is English. Mrs. Sain is our English teacher. I hope that you can write rest of the sentences by yourself. So let's move to the exercise B. Identify the sentence as interrogative I, imperative I am, exclamatory E and statement S. I hope you can do this exercise as well by yourself, because we have studied this chapter in our last class. So you have to do this exercise. Now move to the exercise C. Circle the subjects and underline the predicates in the given sentence. Here you have to circle the subject. We studied this chapter also in our last class. You can see Juhi and her friends are playing basketball. So here which is subject and which is predicate? Can you tell me that? Juhi and her friends is subject. So we will circle it and underline the rest of sentence. They will come tomorrow. They. The subject will come tomorrow is predicate. This new table has been bought from Chandni Chowk. This new table is subject. We will circle this and underline the rest of the sentence. Once upon a time there was a king. King is subject here, but the rest of sentence is predicate. How is Somnath? Somnath is subject and rest of the sentence is predicate. Mohan and Rohan are brothers. So here Mohan and Rohan is subject and rest of the sentence is predicate. I hope you all have completed this exercise. Let's move to the next exercise D. Make these sentences interrogative. Now here you have to make these sentences interrogative, which you can do by yourself. I know that's why it's your homework for today. I am selected for the competition. So how will you write the question? Am I selected for competition? He is arriving tomorrow. Is he arriving tomorrow? And don't forget to put question mark after each and every question. The children were in the park. Were the children in the park? He has seen the movie. Has he seen the movie? The electrician will come today. Will the electrician come today? The baby is hungry. Is the baby hungry? Now let's move to the next exercise, E. Exercise E. Make these sentences negative. You have to make these sentences negative. Mohan is my classmate. So how will we change this sentence into negative? Mohan is not my classmate. She has money to buy the books. She has no money to buy the book. Drink the milk. Do not drink the milk. Jyoti is participating in the race. Jyoti is not participating in the race. Manya is a good cook. Manya is not a good cook. Raja is reading the book. Raja is not reading the book. I hope you can do this exercise also. Write the plural form of the following noun. You can write this by yourself, I know that. Fill in the blanks with the opposite gender of the given noun. Masculine, feminine. Masculine, feminine. You have to write the blanks. Fill up the blanks. Princess, prince. Sir, madam. Aunt, uncle. Mare, horse. Bull, cow. Wife, husband. Tigress, tiger. Nephew, niece. Peahen, peacock. Son, daughter. Next is, this one is also for your homework. Write 4 nouns of neutral gender. This is very simple. You have to write 4 neutral gender nouns. Rewrite the following expressions using apostrophe s or only apostrophe. The house of Ravi, Ravi's house. The bag bought by Sonu, Sonu's bag. The songs sung by Lata, Lata's song. Lata's songs. The tails of the cats, cats. After cats, we will put only apostrophe. Cat's tails. The office of Mr. Das. Again, after Mr. Das, we will put only apostrophe, because this word is the noun is ending with s. That's why we will put only apostrophe, not apostrophe s. So here our review first is completed. Now it's time for your assignments. So here is today's assignment, students. First is write all the definitions given in chapter 10 with their examples in your notebook. Next is complete exercises B and C from page number 31 in your book. Complete exercise A from page number 33 in your book. Complete exercises of page number 34 and 35 in your book. Write 2 pages of your cursive handwriting book. These all are your today's assignment. So that's all for today's class. We will meet in our next class. Till then, take care, be safe. Bye-bye.